and welcome back to the My Endless Wisdom podcast. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. I hope the vibes are right for you and that everything's going well wherever you are in the world. As always, if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and prefer a visual, hop on over to YouTube. This is where all the fun's at, wherever you are. So vibe check. What's everyone been up to? How are you guys going? I feel like there's like an energy in the air. And I also feel like if you found this video found you, it's meant for you. There's a message in this video that is for you. The last few weeks have been a bit of a roller coaster for me, but like in the best fucking way possible. I feel really good about like this period in my life, you know. I never want to jinx it when I say that shit, you know, but I feel very proud that I've taken steps and tried new things, because I feel like that's what life is, right? It's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of falling down and getting back up again, you know. And even if you do fall down, even if you do find yourself in like the lowest moments of your life, it doesn't mean that you're any less of who you are, you know. It doesn't mean that you are any less of the person that you were born to be, you know. Because I feel like we live in this world where it's like if you do this or do that, you're better off or not better off than the other person. I think as long as you're happy doing what you're doing, you know, if you're not hurting anyone, then why does it matter, you know? Why does it matter? If you're happy doing what you're doing and you're thriving what you're doing and you're not hurting anyone, live your life, bestie. Go live your fucking life. But yeah, I feel the new wave of energy coming through. I'm stepping into a new chapter in my life. I have a lot of new things going on. There's a lot of new energy and new people in my life. And I'm very blessed for that. I'm very, very, very blessed that after all the trials and tribulations and the working hard and the feeling sad for myself, finally got to a place where I feel comfortable again, you know? Because life can be hard sometimes when you feel like you don't really know where you're going. And yeah, so yeah, good fucking vibes only, you know. The days of all that negativity and shit are over. Like, I know there's gonna be hard days to come still in my life, you know. I don't want to manifest bad shit, but you know, what goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. You know what I mean? You can't have the light and the good parts of your life without the darkness, you know. You have to embrace every single part of your life, you know. And that's where I'm at right now. It's like I kind of just go with the flow these days, you know. I kind of just go, yeah, whatever to everything, because something bad might happen one day and then the next day you might have the best fucking day of your life, you know. So it's like, don't drag all of that energy into the next day if it doesn't need to be dragged into the next day, you know what I mean? I've had a couple of like powerful situations come up over the past couple of weeks where I've had to really show my strength as a human being, and I've been getting all of these videos popping up on YouTube that are tarot readings and all sorts of things, and I've been watching it because I'm always intrigued in what the universe has planned for me, and I love when people have a little slice of that information from the universe for me in video form. And that's sort of what this video is, from me to you, is my slice of information from the universe for you today, you know? This is your message from the universe, this whole video. But yeah, I was getting all of these videos that were basically telling me that someone was coming back into my life and it was going to be a big decision, I guess. It was going to be like, do you go back down that path, or the same path that you always go down, or do you try something different? It was sort of like a lot of that energy popping up, right? And it's kind of funny when those videos pop up, you know, because it's never who I ever think it's going to be. You know what I mean? It's never who I have in mind. You know, I'll see those videos and go, oh yeah, like maybe it's this person, whatever. And it never is. And that's what I kind of love about it, you know, because it's kind of like, yeah, you never fucking know what the universe has planned, ever. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's right around the corner, ever. Like, it's just... But yeah, I had 2 of my exes come back into my life this week trying to communicate with me. And it was like the biggest, like, I don't know, wake-up call for me, I guess, to finally recognize and acknowledge within myself that these people, as much as I may love them or have loved them in the past, that they're not good for me. and that when they come back, it's not a sign of love, it's not a sign of any of that. It's a cycle, and it's a pattern that keeps going on unless you break it, right? Because that's what I've acknowledged, that specifically these two people, but it happens with a lot of exes, that I feel like when someone comes back, I'm like, oh my god, they must be the love of my life if they've come back. You know, the universe has put us both on the same path again. And I've realized every single time I've never broken it again. I've always gone back to that person, or I've always, let that person back into my life in some form, and they've always hurt me the same way that they did the first time. And this was my lesson, and a lesson I'm going to share with you today. I never want to bring up names or anything specifically in this podcast ever. I never want it to be directly about people, because I feel like people do deserve privacy, but obviously this is my life and I'm going to tell the story, but you're never going to figure out who it is, so it's fine. We can talk about it. So I have this ex that I've been on and off with now for probably 3 years, and I really, really like this guy. Like, I liked this guy. Like, I thought he was the end all be all. Like, I thought he was the love of my life. And that's fucking hilarious though, isn't it? Comedy, peak comedy. A 16-year-old thinking that you found the love of your life. But anyway, we got along like a house on fire. We always did, and I really, really liked this guy, and he really liked me too. But the problem was distance. You know, it's a long distance relationship. And I feel like the first time around, I wasn't ready for that. I did not want that. I was so young. I was like, fuck that. I can't do the long distance thing. So we broke things off for ages, literally ages and ages and ages. And we both had different relationships in that time. And then after that, we found each other again. And that was my moment of like, the universe has my side. Maybe it was a good thing that both and I went and did our own thing for a while and got some life experience and then found our way back to each other. And that's what I really felt like. And I really committed to it, and I was ready to just be throw my heart into that, I was ready to just give my all to this guy again, and the long distance thing didn't bother me this time around. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, we can do it, I'm not worried about it. And what screwed me in the head this time around was that this person already knew why it ended the first time. We both got cold feet because of long distance and stuff like that. And I just felt really fucked over in this ending this time around, because he completely blindsided me in the fact of just saying that he didn't want to do long distance and that he really cared about me and he really loved me and all this fucking crap, and that he didn't want to do long distance and that it was going to hurt us both in the long run and this and that and whatever. And it was just kind of a kick to the teeth almost, because it was like, you broke my heart the first time. We broke each other's hearts the first time. We've already been down this road. Why the fuck would you want to do that again? Why would you purposely want to do that again? You've dragged this on for years. We're back in this spot again. And now you're saying that you want it to be over the exact same way it was over the first time, And we're older now, and I'm here, and I'm ready, and I want to be in a relationship with you. And you're telling me that for the same reason 2 years ago, that it's not going to work, And you didn't even give it a go. And that was the thing. I guess that's, now that I look back on it, it's like we are two different people, I'm like a person who's willing to give anything a go. I'll try anything once. I'll do anything once. I'll give everything a go. And if I love someone, there's no limit, there's absolutely no limit in the universe of how much I am willing to love someone and how willing I am to have someone in my life, And the first time around, obviously I was scared, but that's because I was young, and this time around I was like, I was willing to give it a go. And it was just a lot of things, he expected me to pick up my life and move to where he was instantly. It was not even a question or down the road sort of thing. And like I said, I'm willing to do anything. So I was willing to move eventually, but I have my own goals. I have my own dreams in my life. I want to go live in the big city soon and do what I want to do up there. And I could eventually weigh up what meant more to me, but I don't really ever think that a romantic relationship could get in the way of me pursuing my dreams. And that's just me though, personally. But this guy was like hell-bent on me right now packing my shit and moving in with him right now across the country, you know? And when I was like, what? He cracked the shits and split it off. And honestly, now I see it as a good thing, because I guess when I was 16, I guess the person that I was when I was 16 to the person that I am now is very different. And obviously I very much liked this guy when I was 16, but I don't think I liked this guy as much as I did when I was 16, you know? I'm a different person, and I've realized that this person is just not the person that I want to be with, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of just like, stop fucking with my head. You know the person that I am. You know what I want to do with my life. I am a all cards on the table kind of person. You know what I mean? Like, I am an open book. You know everything about me straight up. I tell people what I want from my life and what I kind of want from them, I guess, in my life. You know, I'm very like, this is what I expect from a relationship. I just don't want to fuck people around, you know? I'm very like, this is what I want. This is what I want from my life, and I just don't want to fuck with people's hearts anymore. You know, I just don't want to be that person. So when this person split things off this time around, he didn't only split things off, he went straight for my heart and straight for my soul with what he was saying. Basically putting words in my mouth that I didn't give a fuck about him because I wanted to go do my fashion career. You know, that's what he kept saying to me. You know, making fun of me and making fun of my dreams. And I was instantly like, okay, bye, like, fuck you. You know, I don't have time for that shit anymore. You know, I will never, ever, like, dim my light and change who I am for anyone. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care how much I love you and who you are to me. I will not change who I am for you. You know, I'm not going to change what I want to do in my life just because you don't think that's a real career. Yeah, so yeah, we split things off, and honestly, I haven't thought about him since, if I'm being completely honest. I kind of felt like that was, you know, the line in the sand, and that was that chapter finally fucking done, dusted, closed, you know? And the other day, I wake up to his name in my notifications, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, can we stop doing this? Like, I can't do this anymore. So I opened it, and it was a reel, an Instagram reel, and it said 8 billion people on this planet, and the only person I'm thinking about is you. And I'm like, fuck off with this shit. Like, I can't do it. And this is why I can't do, like, dating. You know, this is why in my life right now, I can't do dating. I can't do relationships because, as I was saying before, I'm very upfront. I'm very much like, this is what I want from my life and what I want from a partner, and I don't want to be fucking around with people. You know, I don't want to be fucking around with people's hearts, minds, body, souls, you know? I'm very much like, this is where I'm at, and if we don't agree on that, that's okay. We can go our separate ways without hurting each other, you know? And the fact that, I don't know, this guy keeps thinking it's cool to, you know, come and go out of my life when it suits him, and play with my heart over and over, because I guess before that I would always go back when he would do shit like that, because I was so hell-bent and convinced that he was the love of my life and that I very much loved this guy, right? So this time around, I was just like, I don't care, you know? Obviously I didn't say that. In true Maddie form, I said some poetic shit first before I said the truth, hard-hitting shit, right? I said, I loved you first, you loved me too late, and then you let me go. So I said that, and I was like, we'll get that out of the way. And then he said some bullshit that was just like, yeah, we were never really meant to be together in that part of our lives, and we weren't ready for each other, and we blah, 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 blah. And I was like, who's we? Like, and he was just saying some other crap that was just like, I don't know. I was reading it and I was like, if you have no intention to like want me back or whatever the fuck you're sending me this message for, why are you sending it? You know, because I feel like maybe he doesn't even know what he wants in his head. He's just doing shit and saying shit willy-nilly, you know? And that's what I don't like about this situation. So I said back to that, I said, look, I've moved on to the next chapter of my life and I hope you can too. I wish you the best as always, but, you know. And he comes back with, yeah, I've moved on too, but I do think about you a lot. It wasn't the reason for the message, but, hope you're well too. And I was just like, why would you send that to someone if you don't want them back, You broke up with them aggressively, haven't spoken to them in like 3 or 4 months, and then you send them a video that's like 8 billion people in the world, and the only person I'm thinking about is you. What is your intention in that? Are you just trying to fuck with my head? And I think it's just because he wants a reaction. He wants me to like, me. Like, that's what he wants from me. And like I said, I would have done that before, but I've grown a thick skin now over the past couple of years, and I don't let people fuck with me anymore, and I feel like I very much see the signs of someone trying to fuck with me, and I just shut it down now. I don't care if I'm the bitch in someone's eyes or the bad person in someone's eyes, if I'm protecting my peace and doing what's best for me and not allowing people to fuck with my head and fuck with my energy, because I just can't do it, I just really, really can't do it. So yeah, that's where we left it, and I just feel like that's been a very big part of like my energy this week, that situation, because I'm very proud of myself for the way I handled it. And the reason why I'm talking about this, I feel like, is actually, I can't speak for all girls when I say this, but I do fall for the romantic sappy crap. I fucking fall for it every time except this time. And that's what I'm recognizing in myself is, like, someone can put on a show like that for me and I'll fall for it and think that it's real, and then I'll go back to them or I'll get with them or whatever, and then that crap goes away because that's not the real person. It's so easy for people to like put on that show and not actually mean it. And yeah, so I'm pretty proud of myself for the way I handled that, because as much as I did love that person in the past, I just can't keep doing that like back and forth crap. I can't do it, because especially when every other time, that's the way that it ends. Because if I'm going into a relationship with someone and want to be with someone, I want someone to have the maturity and understanding to know exactly what they want from me, what they want from their life. And I don't want someone who's going to be fucking around with what I want to do with my life, And I'm happy to be single for the rest of my life, if that means that I'm getting to protect my energy. I never want to be a burden on someone in a relationship just because I have huge fucking dreams and I want to go places in my life, and I understand that not everyone wants to do what I want to do. I understand that. Everyone has different ideas of what a perfect life is. We all do. Every single person on this planet has a different perspective on that. Wow, I'm spilling a lot of information today. You guys are getting the goss. But yeah, that's where I am at in my life, and none of that is in concrete, Maybe I will get married one day. Maybe I will have kids one day. Maybe I will settle down one day and be a housewife, We'll put that in quotations because I feel like that can be like not a good thing to say about someone. Anyway, either way, there's nothing wrong with any of that. I just don't see that being a part of my life, and that's okay. Everyone's different. But I still have an open heart about love, and like I said before, I'm very much a romantic person, and I always have been. I love the fucking sappy romance shit. I always have. But as I get older, I see red flags in people instantly, and yeah, some say that might ruin the fun, and sometimes it almost does. But it does save you some fucking heartbreak, I'm very particular about who I let in my life these days, with friends as well, just anyone, really. I've spent too many years of my life giving energy to people that don't deserve it. And it doesn't mean that, like, I'm not still out there, friendly person, trying to be a good person in this world, in this community. It's just, yeah, sometimes it gets exhausting, when you're giving your time and space and energy out to people willy-nilly and people aren't appreciating that, that can be very draining in itself. When you feel like you're always up here giving your best to every single relationship and you're not getting anything in return, that can be quite draining. Everyone deserves to have the energy that they put out reciprocated to them. Obviously not all circumstances. I mean, like, consensual circumstances, okay? Consensual circumstances. Just want to make that point clear. Consensual circumstances. So yeah, this is your sign. Don't get back with that ex. Or do. It's your life, but I won't be. Okay, I feel like I need to pull the tarot cards out now. Like, I feel like I need to give you a message and give you some energy. I'm getting a call, okay? So I need to just go grab it. Give me a sec. Okay, I've got all the tarot cards out. We've got our Visionary Tarot, we've got our Soul Seeker cards, and we've got Crystal Guardians. So these are the ones that I have currently. So I'm going to just pull you a card from each deck, and this is going to be some sort of message to you about your love life in this period of your life. Take all of this with a grain of salt. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. That's how it works around here. Alright, I'm going to give these a quick shuffle with one hand because I don't have a mic stand. This is my sign to get a mic stand, guys. Actually, I'm going to put you in my fucking knees. So, what do we have for our viewers today in their love life? End of August, early September. Okay, one fell out. So, oh, two fell out, actually. So you get two. So, what did you get? Okay, so you got the Herkimer Diamond. You got the Black Onyx. Black Onyx says, broaden your perception. Something new is just around the corner as you have gone through a veil. Ooh, damn. Damn. And the Herkimer Diamond is light, community, star family work together. A group gathering is in process with like-minded souls. Well, there you go. Weren't we just talking about all of that? Stepping through to something new and broadening your perceptions on situations from the past. So we were literally just talking about that. And community and spending time with like-minded souls. I was literally just talking about that too, about how I don't have energy to be spending time with people who don't deserve me, you know? So, there you go. There are your two Crystal Guardians for the week. Alright, let's jump into our tarot deck. So, I'll give it a quick shuffle. Oh, okay. We got a card come out, and I'll just do... Oh! Okay, so I'll just do two cards each now because it was two the other time, so... Two could mean something too in this situation. Two could be a sign, so look out for things in twos or the number two, whatever it means to you. That could be a sign as well. So we've got the High Priestess card and the Nine of Spheres. Okay, so I'm going to read the meanings of these cards out to you from my little book because I feel like these give a really good description and it might help you understand things a little bit more than how I can explain it to you. So I feel like it's always helpful to know. So, for the Nine of Spheres, the keywords and phrases are positive, fulfillment, pleasure, self-realization, material gain, abundance, joyful outcome, optimistic new beginning, zest for life, comfortable life, successful undertakings. Damn, guys! See, I'm telling you all along. I told you. I said, shit has to happen in your life for things to get better. Goes down, must come up. The Nine of Spheres' main theme is self-realization and fulfillment. It expresses itself in material gain and increasing prosperity. This card embodies the knowledge of who you are on the inside now, being expressed successfully on the outside. In other words, you have learned the balance of how to live your purpose, having listened to your soul. This card represents the wholeness of self being manifest as your greatest reward yet. Other aspects of the realized self are featured, such as your creative expression, artistic talents requiring deep empathy and compassion, as well as extreme sensitivity. The perfection of self permeates all levels of your being, is expressed also, supporting a happy connection between the mind, body, and soul. Brings a depth to your fulfillment that is beyond just your material wealth, making your life a virtuous expression of the soul. Damn! Guys, I really think that these cards are talking to me right now. But I hope this resonates with you too. It can be a little message for all of us today. Okay, so the High Priestess card. Influenced strongly by the moon in the signs of Cancer, I feel, and Taurus, I have. Damn, that's a sign for me, because that guy I was talking about before was a Taurus. I always date Tauruses. That is my thing. And I think that's why I always end up in these situations, because I love Taurus men. I love Taurus men. I have dated a lot of Taurus men. I have a lot of Taurus men in my life, okay? I fucking love Taurus men. There's just something about them that I love. And they're also, like, one of the least compatible to my signs. Yeah. Anyway, I'm banned from dating Taurus men, so it's fine. Anyway, we're not talking about fucking men. We're talking about us. We're talking about our energy, okay? The High Priestess is a wise oracle. Her lunar, watery countenance means she is a mirror to others, able to see into dreams, into other realms, and the depths of one's subconscious mind. She has the ability to use metaphysical awareness in the material world in a practical way. As a healer, a psychic, a counselor, applying her psycho-spiritual arts in a worldly manner, she reminds us to detach from emotion, to become clear, and that in a calm, clear state, you are able to tune into others and to self better. To know and feel what is your truth. This enables clarity about what is important, what you must keep or let go of as you journey forward in your life path. What is wisdom and in your best interest and what is not? What events from the past really meant, what you've learned now must let go of or heal. Damn. The High Priestess is an internatrix. This book's teaching me new words. And teacher of the divine feminine arts, and gains strength and wisdom working the path of the triple goddess. Damn, she's doing fucking God's work over here. Thanks, High Priestess. Is mentioning God while doing a tarot reading counterintuitive? Anyway. Keywords and phrases. Wise counselor, become still and open, the unconscious is at work, inner wisdom, explore dreams, divine feminine initiation, look into the past, psychic ability, gatekeeper of the underworld. Well, there you go. So in that, there's a lot of feminine energy and a lot of new energy coming through. I fucking told you at the start of this podcast, I said that I feel like there's a vibe going on. I feel like there's a lot of like new energy going on. I just had a flower on my microphone this whole time. One of the trees in my yard is like shedding because it's about to go into spring where I am. And my cat, God love him, he is always out there and he always brings the flowers in. So there's a flower on my microphone anyway. Piece of his love carries with me always. And I'm going to pull you one card from this deck, which is the Soul Seeker 100 Questions for Deeper Connection deck. These cards are actually really fucking sick. I feel like these cards really got me through like some of the hard times in my life last year because, yeah, they're like 100 questions and I would pull them every now and then and it would bring me back to center, you know? It would ground me a bit. It would make me kind of think about something and like think about where my emotions were that day, and it very much helped me through like some of the trauma that I had. So I suggest getting some of these. They're very good for people who are anxious and it's good for grounding. At least for me. Works for me, might not work for you, but they definitely helped me a lot. I think they're helpful because you can pull one and stick it on your mirror, and if that's your thing for the week and your question for the week, and I think that's a great idea. That's something I've always believed in, is like having notes and stuff stuck around everywhere to remind you a little bit about, just to remind you to ground yourself and to look inwards a little bit, you know? Alright, let's shuffle this bitch. Yeah, they have like questions on both sides of the card, so I kind of like, you know, just gonna shuffle it until like, I'm just gonna shuffle it until one falls out. So, oh, great. The fucking end pack of the card is there. For audio listeners, I just pulled out the fucking, you know, when you have like a card deck and it has like, you know, who made the cards. For some reason I kept that in there. Anyway, that's your sign. No. I'll pull you another one. Okay, so this is your card. The Be Curious card. So on this side it says, the important thing is never to stop questioning, said Albert Einstein. Questions are a natural response to curiosity, and curiosity is essential if we are to stay interested, active, and engaged with life. The right questions, too, provide an opportunity for intimacy, bringing us closer to others and to ourselves, and experts have discovered that asking them helps us to find the solutions we need for personal growth. The questions in this deck are unpredictable. They will make you think and reflect, and they will reveal surprises about your nature, surprising even to you perhaps, and that of others. Be curious enough to ask and answer with total honesty, and you will discover the healing power of these cards to change your life. So the consensus and the overall summary I have of this reading is there is a new energy coming your way, and very much step into your feminine energy and be curious about where you're going, be curious about the things that have happened to you and the thoughts that pass through your mind. Stand up for yourself, be present, be curious, ask those deep questions within yourself and with other people in your life and the situations that you're in. Like, ask, do I really want to be here? Do I really want to be in this situation? Do I really want to be here? Is this my purpose? You know, ask those deep questions within your life. Yeah, this is actually, I'm looking at these cards and I'm like, damn, this is like a good set of cards right here. So there's a lot of positive energy coming all of our way, and I'm very, very, very happy to see it and very proud of all of us. Sense very much like this energy of we're all stepping through, as one of those cards say, the veil. We're stepping through that fog, you know? As I've been saying a lot recently, especially last year, life felt like I was driving a car 200 kilometers an hour in fog and not being able to see anything and trying to figure out whether I was going to crash into something or fog was going to clear and I was going to be on a beautiful road in a beautiful mountain somewhere very nice, you know? And I'm glad that I didn't crash. I didn't fucking crash. I made it coming out through the fog, and we are here together. And what a beautiful time it is to be alive. That's all I can fucking say. I've got a lot of positivity going on right now. I've got a lot of sunshine in my heart right now. Hope it stays that way. Anyway, I know this week was a bit of a different episode to usual, so if you are a reoccurring guest here, thank you for putting up with me and my energy that is ever flowing and ever changing, and I'm very grateful for every single one of you who listens and watches. Your support does not go unnoticed, and I have so much gratitude towards you always. Always, always, always. Thank you so fucking much for being here, and I'll see you next Wednesday. As usual. Be safe, stay well, and as always, don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Bye.
I know what I'm talking about. I promise.